Please stand for the flag. It's over there. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Today is March 4th, 2021. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda that we're going to follow. And the first applicant is MK Realty, Route 6 and Old Route 6 site plan. You could use that mic. Anthony, you turn that microphone on? Thank you. Okay, please state your name and what you're here for.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Zach Pearson with Inside Engineering, Surveying and Landscape Architecture. We're before you this evening for a wetland permit renewal for the MK Realty site plan, which is located on the corner of US Route 6 and Old Route 6. This is a wetland permit that was issued by your board. I don't know when it was.
Back in 2011.
Right. So we've kept all the permits up to date. We were just at the planning board last Wednesday night. They've re-granted the approval. So we're on another 2-year cycle.
Yeah, I can't keep a permit open for 10 years. I really can't. I mean, it's not.
So we did go and take a look at the site. There's no changes to the site. It's the same case that we've been making as far as extending the permits. There's no change to the site plan. There's no change to the site. So, we're keeping all.
Has anyone from the town gone out and verified that?
I believe the wetland inspector went the time of the last permit.
2 years ago?
I believe so. If not, it was the one before that, but somebody's been out.
Richard Clausen?
Yeah, because I asked, when was the last time it was flagged?
It was flagged at the time of the initial permit. So the wetland permit, it's Michael's Brook is here, runs along the eastern
Right.
side of the property. We are proposing, which I can show you the plan if you'd like, the stormwater, we have a wall along the eastern boundary of the development. We have stormwater treatment here, and this back area back in here is all wetland mitigation and stream buffer enhancement planting. That was, reviewed and approved by your board originally.
Yeah, but I think last time you were here, I said, this is it. I mean, 10 years?
It was 2 years ago was the last time?
Yeah, it was extended,
You know
it
when?
was granted in 11,
We were here 2 years ago at
and
the
you were
time
here 2 years ago.
of the last
From
planning board.
3/15/19, 3/7/19 you were here, and we extended it from 3/15 to 3/14/21. I actually renewed it 4 times,
3/7. What was the last date that they came here?
3/7/19.
2 years ago.
19.
2019. Yeah.
So the applicant is actively looking for a user on the site. All the permits are kept valid. DEP, SWIP approval, planning board approval, sewer and water approval.
I mean, I'll go another year and that's it.
Road 6, MK Realty.
I'm not going 2 years.
The notes from that meeting, we asked for you to submit the planning board approval to our file. This is from 2019. On the condition that we asked you to reflag in 2019 prior to work,
Exactly right.
pending application fee, 2-year extension. I don't have any notes.
You know what, I
on
will,
that.
if it's okay with the board, I have no problem extending it for another year with the condition that prior to the start of construction, that the applicant comes before us to advise us that they're doing work, to make sure that all wetland mitigation work has been addressed, meaning the site's flagged and all the, that none of the plans as shown that are approved have been altered. If that's okay with you, 1 year or 2 years, I mean, again, it's
So-
been 10 years.
So we're good with the planning board for we just got the reapproval, which, we go back in a year, we get the renewal, so we're good for 2 years with the planning board. So that's going back to the last wetland permit, that's why it was issued for 2 years. To run run concurrently
Anybody
with
wanna
the town.
chime in?
I don't have a problem with, excuse me, I don't have a problem with 2 years, nothing's happening anyway. I'll go along with 1 year if that's what the board wants, or 2 years, whichever.
I'd, obviously a 10-year-old plan here. This is,
Things change.
yeah, but also it was a little before I was on this board.
Right.
I'm curious, can you give us a rundown of what the mitigation plan was for this?
Yeah, I have it with me.
And this will all be reviewed when they.
Yeah, I mean, I have no,
consider- yeah.
I mean, I'll extend the permit for 2 years with the condition that prior to the start of work, we
We
come
go over all
in,
this.
We
we
have
go
to
over
review
all
it.
this again,
Yeah,
and we call it a day.
yeah,
So as you can see, here's Michael's Brook, northeast corner of the property. We have walls graded here to pull the grading out as far away from the brook as possible. This area was planted with plants and seed mix in this location for mitigation.
Will be.
Will be, right,
Okay,
yeah,
right.
absolutely, yes. This was worked out with the board at the time of the original approval.
Right.
right.
And again, no change to the site plan, and obviously if there's a change to the site plan, we're going back to the planning board.
Yeah,
Back
and this
on-
is for,
and back
this
to
is
you.
for a one-story house, or is this a
Commercial development,
Commercial.
yes.
Has it been, has the site, was the site or has the site been, or is it planned to be clear cut? Like right now?
Well, it will be cut down when they start the development, but no building permit has been pulled, so there's been no disturbance to the site since the time of the original approval.
Got it. Is there aside from the plantings in the upper right corner, are you doing any other tree plantings? Looks like I saw 4 trees being replanted there. Do you have like a schedule of of the plantings that you're putting back in?
Yeah, the plants are here. The schedule is here, as
Great.
far as the trees go. Yep, red maple,
How many?
red dogwood. There is 2 red maples, 28 red dogwoods, 17 yellow twig dogwoods, 5 summer sweets, 20 common winter berries, 2 shadblow service berries, and 16 inkberries. And the wetland is a wetland mitigation seed mix in here.
Great. Okay. I'm fine with, Bob, I'm fine with what you said. If we review it again before they do work, make sure that there was flagged, so that would be a condition, is a continued condition.
Understood.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
That's a good
Okay,
amount.
so this is what I'm gonna do then. Today, 3/4/21. Do I have a motion to extend the permit from 3/15/21 to 3/14/23 with the new conditions? 1, site be flagged prior to the start of work and verified by wetlands inspector. Provide a copy of the planning board approval that was done, correct? Through 2023. And applicant must appear in front of the board in advance of the work to go over plans and drawings. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye. What was the extension from what to what?
3/15/21 to 3/14/23.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're gonna have to get a new permit. We're running out of room for the extension.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Good night.
Okay, next. Brett Brown, 161 Westlake Boulevard, construct the deck. Okay, Brett Brown. And Elsie, your wife was the one who did the drawing, right?
She was, yeah. She had to work tonight.
It's all right. Okay, there were no questions or comments from the public. ZBA decision and order is in the file. Went to the ZBA. Here's the decision. No public versus the public non-option. Alright, so your zoning was approved. For the record, the zoning application was approved. And then that's it. There were no changes to your plans that you submitted for approval?
We haven't changed anything on that.
Okay, so then do I have a motion to grant permit number 967 to Brett Brown for 161 Westlake Boulevard as plans submitted? Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
With one special condition, I'm sorry. Town wetland inspector to do a pre and post visit for installation of erosion control.
Mhm.
So do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
I abstain, I wasn't here for it, but you have a quorum.
I have a quorum. Okay, C Rose on Monday.
Sure.
And you get a permit,
Thank you very much.
and
Do you know for the erosion control, obviously that'll be inspected before we start the construction. Can we cut any of the trees down before that at all, or should that also wait for that?
well, how many trees are you cutting down?
I believe it's 4 or 5 trees.
4 trees?
Go for it.
It's 4 or 5, I don't recall the.
They're not very
It's
big
not
trees,
over
right?
5.
They're, not over 5. They're about anywhere from 12 to 20 inches, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see, I would just have some erosion control so nothing goes into
Sure,
the
sure.
water, but,
Sure. I'll still set up the silt fence and everything like that.
Yeah.
And find it just whenever needed to inspect.
okay. All right?
All right.
Very
Sounds
good.
Thank you very much.
Just gotta do this. Will the
You don't have to
action
stick around.
create you don't have to stay around. Create a conflict with adapted land use, planning and zoning regulations? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in change of use intent to use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of existing community? No.
No.
Will the proposed action have an impact on the CEA? No. Will the proposed action result in adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit or biking? Nope.
Nope.
Will the proposed action cause an increase in use of energy as it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation? No. Will it have impact existing public-private water or public wastewater? No.
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character of important historic archaeological? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in adverse change to natural resources? No.
No.
Will the proposed action result in increase in the potential for erosion,
No.
flooding problems? Nope. And will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No.
No.
Next, Uber Schoenbeck, 252 Westlake Boulevard, addition to existing house and buffer.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Okay, have there been any changes to the plans that were previously submitted?
Other than the correction that you pointed out, Rain Garden 2, the number is corrected on the drawing.
Okay, that's fine. But nothing else,
Nothing to the
the
design.
turbidity curtain was addressed.
Correct.
The fueling plan, the stockpile location, the spill kit, the concrete washout basin, the double row of silt fence, stockpile detail, turbidity curtain, all work by hand, sequence of work for the pond, deck, and seawall, and details of the seawall. So we've addressed all those
Yes.
items.
Yes.
Here's the rain garden calcs. 8743.
And that's basically the same calculations that are on the drawing, just put together there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. You're gonna have to go to Rich for these, right?
Say again?
You're gonna submit these to Rich?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so with that, do I have a motion to grant permit number 966 to Uber Schoenbeck for 252 Westlake Boulevard, Mayapack, in addition to existing house in the buffer zone, with the following condition, that the town wetland inspector do a pre and post visit for the installation of the erosion control. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Lent is on Fridays. Sorry, Father. As I duck over here for the lightning bolt, I'll be good to go.
Thank you.
You're good. Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Good luck. There were no, just for the record, there were no comments or questions from the public, and that's it. All right, I'm just gonna say no to all the items on the EAF, so we don't have to go through them again, they're all no. Okay, next item, submission, 361 Hill Street, parking lot and drill well, House of Prayer and Worship. Please state your name and why you're here.
My name is Joel Greenberg. I'm the architect for the House of Prayer. We also have Pastor Evans here. If you have any religious questions you'd like to ask him.
Listen, Joel, I've seen a lot of tricks in my time. I've never seen a priest come to a hearing like this, so
Well, you know,
I'm gonna have to spend some more time.
well, you know, he may want to become a member of the board. Who knows?
He may be.
Okay, let me just spend a minute or two just going through the history. I'm sure you've all passed and you've seen this church. It's at the bottom of the hill on Hill Street, just after Bullet Hole Road. The church dates back. We found the original deed from 1870.
Wow.
1870. So the church has been here for a long time. The Methodist group folded and sold the church to the House of Prayer, Pastor Evans. And so we're before the planning board, and basically what we're doing is we're drilling a well, as Bob said, and this, believe it or not, since this church started in 1870, there's no septic and there's no well, and it was basically they had a porta potty in the back of the.
I see the picture.
Okay, okay. So anyway, so obviously we'd like to bring it more into the 21st century. So what we've come up with is again, this is a floor plan on the set. That's sheet 102. This is a floor plan, and what we're going to do is the well. If you see where it says entry on the floor plan in the upper left-hand corner. So basically, just diagonally across the entrance is where the well is going to be drilled. And the bathroom is going to be put right into the church as you walk past the entry. It'll be obviously handicap accessible, and we're going to also, because there's 3 steps to get into the church, we're also going to be putting a handicap ramp for access. Now, there is one major change which I believe you will appreciate. Originally, we had most of the driveway all blacktop, and then the handicap spot way in the corner here. We're going to change that now. And this all happened in the last couple of days. That's why this drawing hasn't been updated yet. But I had a long conversation with the New York City DEP, and they indicated to me that they would not have any objection or any review power for this project if we change this all to pervious pavers. And I spoke to Pastor Evans maybe 15, 20 minutes ago, and they've agreed that we're going to go with the pervious pavers. And what we're going to do also, take the handicap spot, which is in the upper left-hand corner of the property, and put it right adjacent to the church, to the left-hand side of the church where it says gravel. We're going to make a handicap spot there, and take the handicap ramp and flip it to the other side, so that a handicap person can get out of their car and go right up the ramp directly into the church.
So you have two bathrooms you're putting in?
Well,
there.
no,
Because the
okay.
drawing shows
No, I
new
know,
ADA.
I know, but again, in the last couple of days in my conversation with the DEP, they indicated that, if we add on to the building, that would create a whole new situation as far as,
Septic and everything
right.
else.
So we decided to eliminate, we're basically eliminating any additions to the building. So the only thing that we're constructing, which is required by code, is the handicap ramp, nothing else. So based on that, the DEP said that, and going to the pervious pavers, that they would go along with that, and they're fine with it. So basically, if you look here, we had Steve Coleman flag all the wetlands, and if you go to the 100-foot buffer, you'll see that approximately about, I don't know, maybe 2/3 of the building is in the wetland buffer. The well itself and the handicap ramp will be actually outside the buffer, so that's good. And obviously, we're gonna be putting some landscaping around the three sides. The other thing that we decided to do, and this was a recommendation from the planning board, if you recall, as you go down, right now, there's a piece of blacktop, and basically what cars used to do when the church was run by the Methodists, they used to just basically pull in off the Hill Street. If you've been on Hill Street and there's a curve coming over here, unfortunately, they're coming not at 30 miles an hour, but probably over 40 miles an hour. So the planning board wanted to basically eliminate any parking in front of the building, and what we're gonna do is put some concrete planters over the blacktop. Again, this is all outside of the buffer, so we'll have some nice landscaping in front. And the driveway, this will be coming in and coming out, will all be pervious pavers. So basically, we can eliminate the storm tech units in there. And so basically, the only thing we're doing in the buffer area is putting in the pervious pavers.
Okay, well,
So the extent of what you're asking before this board, just to make sure I'm clear, is putting in the pervious pavers. That gravel section that's currently on, that's also gonna be pervious pavers? Okay, so it's pervious pavers all over the place here, you know, for the, outside of the.
just show the limits. You're gonna have to update these
Oh,
drawings.
of course, we're gonna come back to
Because
this board
you
next
show
time.
2 bathrooms right now.
No, we're gonna
And you're,
update the
right,
drawings.
and also this one has a big fat red denied on it.
Yes, because we have to get that, because we have to get to this board, to the zoning board, the planning board has to deny it, so we can get to the zoning board and this board.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a new set of plans,
Of course,
all right?
but I just wanted to, since we're
And
on
where is the
agenda-
well going?
The well is going in the lower right-hand corner of the property, again, way outside of the buffer zone.
Proposed well, I see that.
If you look over here.
I see it. Okay, so I need to know for the drilling, right? So they're gonna be drilling a well.
But
So
again,
what
that's
we-
outside the buffer.
Right, so what I'm gonna need is a copy of the well driller license.
Oh, okay.
You don't have a contractor yet for that, do you? So, but one of the contingencies with the permits granted is you'll have to provide us with a copy of the well driller's license, because there are some bad guys out there. You know, and a copy of his insurance as well.
You're kidding, there are?
I know, it's hard to believe.
I'm writing them down on my notes right now.
What else? Of course, we're gonna revise the drawings to basically put on the drawing what we just discussed now. We'll have the well driller's license and insurance, obviously.
Right.
Anything else?
Along the, right.
Because here's what I'm seeing, right, because right now you have the well over here, right, proposed well is right outside the door, right? Because here's your ramp.
Oh, so the ramp's gonna be on the other side.
No, don't forget that we flipped the ramp to the other side because the
Oh.
handicap spot's on here, so there's literally nothing here now, except.
Okay, so you're gonna put that well there, and then you're gonna run the pipes into the
Right,
bathroom, which is
bathrooms will
over
be right-
here.
Exactly. Exactly.
The,
What about the sewer? Where is the water, oh, it's septic. Where's the septic going?
There is no septic. What we're, again, what we're proposing.
no bathrooms. They're not putting bathrooms in.
They're putting a
Yes.
bathroom.
They are putting.
They're putting a handicap bathroom.
Yes.
Oh.
No, what we're doing is, what we discussed with the DEC and the DEP is to basically, put a holding tank, again, outside the buffer over here, which is right next to the bathroom, so the water line will come in here, and the waste will go into a holding tank. And again, we're gonna provide the a contract for the gentleman or the company that's gonna be doing
What size tank?
well, based on what my conversation with the DEP, they want a 1,000-gallon tank,
All right, so just provide details on the tank.
okay?
And installer and.
Right,
Yeah.
and install it, right.
Now, the thing that I have an issue, so it's just basically a 1,000-gallon holding tank. It's not gonna act as a conventional,
No.
thing. So then you'll have to provide to us granted, you're only using this place on Sundays,
Yeah.
right? Maybe once,
Let me also, I know what you're alluding to, but based on the size of the parish, they're gonna have 2 masses on Sunday, each with between no more than 15 or 20 people.
all right, but my point is that you have to provide some sort of a schedule, for
Oh,
a
yes.
pump out schedule, a maintenance schedule on the tank. The
Well,
last thing you wanna do is to, have it all,
What
if
we'll
something
do is
bad.
We'll get we'll have the Honey Dipper give us a contract, and, into how many times a year, or
Right,
how often they're gonna be, cleaning up the tank.
Yeah. I contacted Evan Septic, and they're probably gonna give us like on a monthly basis, they're gonna come in and clean it up.
okay, that's good.
If we need it on every 2 weeks, they'll do it every 2 weeks. If we need it every 2 months, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, whatever. I just something that, we want you to make sure you have, that we know, we're not gonna put a tank in the hole and just worry about it,
No, I don't think so.
Did the DEP, are they preferring a holding tank?
Well,
You have some information
I don't-
from them?
I don't get it.
No, I mean, eventually we'll get something from them, but if you look at
What I'm looking for is the reason for a containment instead of
I'm
the,
gonna show you why. If
okay.
you look at the drawing over here, you'll see that this is the property here. This gentleman next door whose house is here, he owns an L-shaped piece of property.
Oh,
His septic system is actually in the buffer. I mean, the house was built back in the
right,
fifties.
pre-existing.
So we really, based on that, and, based on the fact that most of the properties in the buffer, we really have no space or no area to
Okay.
put a septic
All
system.
right.
There's no sewer on the street?
This is Hill Street.
That'd be nice if in the future, we have to pray more for it.
Before our lifetime, after our
After our
lifetime.
lifetime. And maybe beyond.
Can you explain where you're installing silt fence on the map?
Well, that's,
I
yeah.
don't know why he would do that.
Any silt fence?
Well, he's doing the pavers.
We're doing actually,
I see 20 feet of it. I'm curious if there's more of it.
Yeah, I see 20 feet of silt fence. And up top, you have a stone wall generally on
there's a stone wall that's been there, that's in the, would be on the back of the property
Yeah,
line.
you're right. I don't know if they need any silt fence.
I don't know
I
if
would
you really,
put, I mean,
based on this, what we're doing now, I don't think we need a silt fence.
How many trees are you taking down? Do you know? Or
How about
excellent.
0?
Excellent. That's the great answer.
Oh, I prepared for this meeting.
We don't wanna take down, we're
No,
gonna
we're not
plant more.
taking
Perfect.
And we're actually adding, if you look at the landscape schedule,
Yeah.
basically the entire perimeter, all 3 sides, there'll be a combination of some, arborvitae's and some azaleas, rhododendron, so it'll really enclose the site and make it, I mean, this building, I mean, I don't know why it's still not on the historic register, but it should be.
Yeah, it
But
should be.
it's such a charming building, I don't know if you've ever been inside, but it's absolutely beautiful. The woodwork, I'm gonna tell you, well, back in the 1870s, they really did beautiful work,
Yeah.
but that's before our time.
How is is there?
you sure
any-
about that?
Well, no, I'm not 100% sure.
Is there any sort of not that I'm gonna propose, I'm just curious, is there any sort of like water catching? It looks like there's no gutters or anything on, so it just
Yeah,
Comes
and
off, right?
now you'll have to plug your pavers. so
Right.
you just don't
yeah,
have-
that's why I'm not questioning that, I'm just, if there was existing, I was wondering what
No.
happened to it.
All right, so I'm gonna need, and also,
What else?
all right, so we're gonna need something from the DEP to say that they're okay with the holding tank. What I would suggest you also do is reach out to the Board of Health,
I
Just-
haven't spoken to Joe
then
Carr about
show me
it.
that what you have,
Yeah,
and
okay.
provide information from the Board of Health.
How come I have 4, you have 8?
Because write I'm writing my sins down as I'm going here.
Hey, you want another piece of-
I need another piece of paper. No, I have update drawings. I have updates drawings shown to show one bathroom.
All right.
Add the pervious pavers note onto the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I need the planning board approval, zoning, whatever.
Yeah, you will get the DNO for the,
Copy of the well driller's license and insurance.
that I have.
And now they're not gonna use mud rotary, or they're just gonna use a casing, right? Drill it with a casing, so that's it. Provide details of tank and installer. Provide schedule for the, clean out of the tank. And then,
The name of the.
Yeah.
tank.
that can change on
Yeah, but at
a
least
case-by-case
the initial
basis.
contract,
Right.
You have something in the file.
Get me a copy from the DEP that they're okay with the approval of the holding tank,
Okay.
and provide some correspondence that you had to the Board of Health that they're okay with this also. There's no way you're gonna read this today.
Oh, yeah.
Not with this pen.
All right.
This
Um,
pen makes my handwriting, I look like a doctor.
Is there a deed in the file? Where's the
You're
file?
not a doctor, but you have no patience.
You got that true. You know, listen, you've been coming to me now for 10 years, and this is the first time you've ever brought a priest with you.
Well, I need protection.
Is this the, do you have the file? Is this it? Do you have the?
I don't know, okay, it's everything. No, it's right here, I think. House of Prayer and Worship. All right, so get us that information,
Thank you so much.
update the drawings, and then if everything's good next meeting, we'll just,
Hold on, hold on.
we'll put it on the clock.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
And,
you.
You even have the
And I
deed.
just wanna wish you all a very happy St. Patrick's Day.
And same to you.
You too, especially.
Especially. Well, isn't everybody Irish on St. Patrick's Day?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, also, is there a deed?
Yes, I
yes,
checked.
it's the-
You got it.
Can I have that drawing?
Now,
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. 1870, so it's on parchment.
Don't let it
So don't, so
disintegrate.
don't
it.
breathe on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. I need it.
God bless you all.
Thank you. Give Joel an extra one. He needs it.
I know, I will, I will. Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Now the party starts.
Now the party starts.
Thanks a lot. All right, take care, guys.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Amanda Schechter, and I'm an architect, and I'm representing Seth Haberman at 70 Lillian Road.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Seth Haberman, 70 Lillian Road.
Yeah, Amanda.
Next,
Okay,
Amanda.
all right, so nobody told me to bring the foam, so a row set 11 by 17 would be good. Let me just tell you
Yeah,
what's
that's
happening.
Fine.
Yeah.
So my client, he has a house already there. It's like a 1-story on one side and it's like a 1.5-story on the other, you know, that's been built up over the years. Okay, I gave the plans in for, to Mike Carnazzo. I showed him the plans. He's like, go to ECB at the same time. It's a very small thing. All we're doing is we're keeping the same footprint. But the way the house was built, there was like this piece and then they added this little piece. We're keeping the same footprint.
Oh, I looked at this.
Yeah, we just,
the other-
yeah, she sent it to you,
yeah.
that's right, because it was
Yeah.
like last minute, she's like, just
Yeah.
take a look. We're just filling in this corner here, so that we can build up a nice 2-story here. The client wants to spend more time here, he wants to add like a sauna room and like a hot tub, that kind of stuff. So, basically, we're keeping the same bedroom count, everything the same, just making the space
So basically,
bigger.
keeping the same footprint, you're
Yeah.
just adding in this little area here.
Yeah, exactly, and then we have like 3 columns we're adding here, that's it.
Well, why are you getting 3 columns there?
Why? Oh, okay.
For a deck.
No, and anyway, there's a deck here anyway. So actually in 2011, the interesting thing is this client bought this house in 2008, and in 2011, I actually helped him draw this deck. And I think Joel actually may have even signed some of it. I drew it up at the time. And we put this outdoor shower and bathroom there, which we're actually keeping. We're just like gonna reface. It's because above, we're just gonna overhang a piece on the second floor. It's not gonna touch or change below on
Is
the
it,
ground.
it's currently impervious there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like cement or concrete, what is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then this deck is here, so we're only putting something where we have something already, the deck or whatever, and so, yeah, we put this rain garden in 2011, as you can see on the left side, and they have maintained that very nicely.
Okay, Mike, one of the questions I did have
Yeah, tell me.
is for her to show where the 100-foot
Right,
buffer
I
is.
added that, right, it's right here, 100 foot to water, so basically the whole property is on that 100 foot to water line.
Wait, what?
It's there.
Where's the water? Here?
Yeah, okay, this is the water.
Okay.
Uh,
Mind
Okay,
if I
yeah, it's
run
funny,
any
it's not so clear, but it says, yeah, it says Kirk, like the eye is kind of a bubble.
I
So
just
yeah,
see
this
it.
is the water line, he has like,
So he's in,
makes an angle.
the whole job is in the buffer.
the whole job's in the buffer.
The whole job's
Got
in.
it.
So do me a, so we can make this easy,
Yeah,
you're adding 77.5 square feet of concrete. So you, this whole area here is total 7.5,
no, it's 47, the 4 is on the,
it's blurred.
yeah, it's 47.5, square feet, so it's like 411 by 9'5".
Okay, and then this whole, so this is 47.5 square feet.
Exactly.
So it's coming up, so it's, that would basically transfer up here, so that's also 47.5, right?
Yeah, on the next floor,
On the
yeah.
next floor.
Actually, no, you know what? We're doing a double height space just in that corner, so it's only one.
Okay,
So it's
so
just
you're only
47.
adding, so for all intents and purposes, you're adding 50 square feet to this house.
Exactly.
And what were the
Did the co-
original rain garden calculations based on?
uh,
It was
Did they
based on this
oversize
huge
them?
deck, so what happened was, when the client made the deck, yeah, this little
Was this
part-
area here deck?
Yeah,
So we'll call it a wash. If they take, since this is a deck,
what's it
This
made
one-
out of?
it's Trex,
it's already there.
yep,
So they're taking this portion out
Of
the
the deck and putting
and
in
putting
a house.
yeah.
So to me, it looks like it's a wash.
How, just, you sounding right, just out of curiosity, how does water get to this rain garden?
How does water get there? Well,
Yeah,
it's
is there any
like-
sort of pipes or anything that run there, runoffs, leaders, how does?
Okay, I don't recall, I mean, the site is sloping down from there, so basically you have this driveway here, and then just the natural site slopes down from there.
But there's
I don't
also
remember
other
how
work
they
here
made
that you're
the-
doing here too.
yeah.
You're
Oh, no,
clean
no, no,
up,
oh,
re-
no, no, this is from 2011, basically I used, this is my drawing from 2011, and when I went to the folder here to get it, I realized when I come to you again, I might as well show you that deck drawing, and just draw what we're doing now on top of it. So
Which
this is
is
all from
just
2011,
this.
interestingly, yeah, exactly.
Do you still have this file? Computer, on your computer?
No, and that's why I use it
That's
like
why
this.
she used it like this.
That's a funny question. Did I look like 20 times for it? The original?
Yeah.
Many times. Yeah, it's funny that you asked that, yeah.
So your rain garden right now is 50 square feet based upon the size of this deck.
Right, that's right. That was the calculation that we did back then.
Which to me seems a little light. Is there any way they can increase this a little bit and we'll
That's what I was thinking.
call it a day?
Yeah, of course, sure.
Can you double it?
Double it?
75, make it, go
75?
ahead, 75?
Sure.
Yeah.
And what are you asking for, a permit or a permit?
A permit, yeah, we
I
want
think
to
they
get
have to,
started.
it's a,
Basically,
adding onto the structure.
Mike should
footprint.
get back to me like
Or
soon. We're
concrete.
doing it all together, yeah.
So how are you doing the work? How's that gonna be done? Because
So,
obviously you have a deck there, so you're not.
Yeah, we need a sequence of construction.
Right,
think
so I put
put
the I
I
put
see
it
that, you're
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and it's hand mixed
Silt
concrete.
fence,
I got your answer
demo.
for that, yeah. Hand mixed, it's such a small amount.
Excavation, hand mixed, framing, okay.
And where are you putting the silt fence?
Here, I guess.
Okay, I mean,
Because the deck's
Yeah, I don't
there, and then
know.
it's a very rocky area. So, here.
I mean, they're on a deck, I don't know if you need that much.
You don't need that
It's
much.
more
silt.
disturbance than necessary, really.
Yeah, just do this from here to here.
Where-
Just
yeah.
from there to there? I should cross that out.
Yeah, we'll come.
Can I borrow this?
Yeah, they're gonna be on a deck.
Yeah,
Are you doing, I mean, I assume, how are you getting the materials out? Are you gonna be putting a dumpster on the deck? Is it gonna be on the driveway?
those driveways over
Driveway,
here.
driveway.
And they're gonna be hand pulling all that stuff and throwing it in there? Can you
Yeah.
put on this map where you're gonna be having the dumpster?
Sure.
Also,
And just put a note on here, all work to be done by hand.
Okay.
And what we'll do is,
Can you also put a stockpile, like where you're keeping materials for
You're
this?
gonna put it right in the dumpster.
No, for the stuff they're constructing,
Oh,
like that,
okay.
obviously framing and all that kind of stuff.
Location.
Storage area.
Yeah, storage location, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, cause the client won't be living there while they're doing it, obviously, so, yeah. We can use that driveway fully.
Great, you just gotta put a note on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so then what I'm gonna do today, what we'll do for you is this, we will, if it's okay with the board, I have no issue, in accepting the permit, where'd my notes go? Number.
Oh, and the wetlands inspector,
Yeah,
before and after.
Yeah, of course.
okay. So the notes I'm gonna have is wetland inspector prior to and post inspection.
Mhm.
Note, all work done by hand. Show location of stockpile / dumpster. And eliminate some of the silt fence.
And the rain garden too.
And
Right.
enlarge the ring garden to 75, right? So should I just send these changes to Rose?
Yes, you can, in a minute though.
Oh.
So to the board, I make a motion to accept the application for Seth Haberman for 70 Lillian Road, Mayapack, New York, to make the modifications to the house with the following conditions. Wetland inspector must come prior to and post inspection. Put a note on the drawings that all work will be performed by hand. Provide on the drawings, show the location of the stockpile area for materials as well as the dumpster storage. Eliminate a portion of the silt fence as discussed and increase the rain garden to 75 square feet to accommodate the new work. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so Monday by noon,
I
you
know.
have to get this to Rose,
I will.
because then Tuesday, yeah, the deed's
You
there.
want
Tuesday,
you photograph it?
she can't, if you can read my
I'll
handwriting,
do it
God
just to see
bless
if
you.
I can. I actually took notes.
These are-
but
this
it's
is a
good to have
horrible
your-
pen.
Your, like the
Oh, it's the pen,
terminology.
It's the pen.
It's the
It's the
pen,
pen.
it's the
The
pen.
pen's horrible.
Oh, yeah, always blame the pen. Okay.
Who's the, Haberman, okay,
Haberman, yeah.
great.
Okay, so I'll give it to Rose, cause she's not in tomorrow, it's Friday, right?
Right, so she'll be in on Monday, so get it to her by noon, what she'll do is she'll scan it, she'll send me a copy, or the
You
board
want,
will cut.
she should have the originals, or I can PDF her.
PDF is fine.
Well, if you can't make it here, PDF or one, and then get the originals here so she can put it in the file.
Yeah, no problem.
But
That's not
she
a
needs
problem.
she needs it before noon on Monday, cause then this has to go in the newspaper
Perfect.
and has to be advertised, so.
Right, yes, you told me about that, yeah.
And then once that's it, then you come back, 2 meetings, and we show you the secret handshake.
I look forward to it. Okay, thank you
All right,
guys.
take care.
Good luck.
Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, we have some meeting minutes. First meeting minutes is 11/19/20. The only one that can't vote, good night, is Barnett. So do I have a motion to accept the meeting minutes for November 19th, 2020?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Next set of meeting minutes is for 1/21/21. The only one that can't vote is you, Anthony. So do I have a motion to accept the meeting minutes for 1/21/21?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, quite a busy day today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of happy customers.
Yeah, it's could be. You know why.
A judge of a higher.
Judge of a
order.
higher authority.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, we have no new business. So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Do I have a second? That by Ed, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, good night, motion's accepted, meeting, over. With that, everybody have a nice weekend, be safe, and, see you in a couple weeks. Good night.
Okay.